I connect with nature by taking long walks out in the forest and sometimes just stopping to take a breath and kind of realizing how everything isn't as artificial as we like to think it is. Um, Feeling the air and just realizing that society is really heavy and like cities and built up areas, they're really dense and just looking out into where that's not the case, it's really calming, really relaxing. Like a visible difference, so much color and blues and greens, whereas in the city it's all just grey, it's all just dull.
And what kind of work have you been doing in the environmental activist space, Michael?
I'm pretty widespread in environmental activism, but a lot of what I do is waste management. If I had to sum everything up and all the projects I've done, I would say about 60% of it is waste management, whether that's recycling, soft plastic recycling, organic waste removal. It's just managing waste mostly.
Can you tell us some of the work that you've been doing at Hobart College?
Yeah, so recently in Hobart College's year 11, just coming into the space, I've been really engaged with the student environment team there. And we we're working on a project or FOGO. So we're removing organic waste from the mainstream bins and getting them into some composting.
And you were saying that a key part of that was the having the um, caretaker.
Yeah, the groundsman on board. A lot of these waste project management that I've done, they the biggest stopper is the groundsman not being on board. It's so hard to get a student like roster going. It's hard to get people willing to manage other people's waste. Um, it's just about getting that groundsman on board, and as soon as that's a check, it goes really smoothly because they're happy to keep everything rolling and keep it all moving for us.
Can I ask a question, which is, how do you feel about the future?
Look, that's a pretty heavy question. I'm either really optimistic or like a little bit critical, just depending on the stance. I think I like to hope everything gets better, but I also have experience in like political spheres and stuff, and that makes me a little bit skeptical sometimes. Just seeing, like the people who have the power to make a change aren't really interested, and their interests don't align with ours often. As young people, we always end up wanting something and seeing the opposite thing happen.
How do you counterbalance that yourself? Like, how do you manage that?
I think it's a lot of relying on what you can do as a person as well. Instead of just looking up to other people and, asking for those things to happen, just like go out there and do them yourselves. Everyone can take individual action, and I think I'm a pretty big advocate of taking action and doing little things.